Guys, it's Mrs. Sharpley, and today we're going to do the How to Press Flowers interactive notebook page. First, we're going to kind of flip back to our past and kind of look at the notebook page that we did for historical, scientific, and technical text. Historical text, we had said that historical text informs the reader about key events and important people from the past. So when we are reading nonfiction text that is giving us a piece of history, maybe it's talking about a war or a difficult time in American history, maybe we're talking about the colonies and early settlers. If we're talking about something in the past and it is a piece of history, then it is going to be a historical text. The next type of text is a scientific text. Scientific text informs the reader about concepts in science. So when they are talking maybe about space or maybe they're talking about weather or photosynthesis in plants, whenever they're talking about something, again, nonfiction, but something that is involving science, then it is going to fall into the scientific text. Okay. The last kind of text is technical text. And technical text it provides the reader information about a specific topic, and a technical text teaches the reader how to do something. So anytime we have instructions or they're giving us like a list of materials we need to do something, and then we're having step-by-step instructions, those are all going to fall into the technical text. All right. So now flipping back to our page that we're going to do today, the How to Press Flowers. Okay. All right, it says how to press flowers. Pressing flowers is a fun and easy hobby. Pressed flowers can be used for a variety of craft projects such as making homemade cards or to frame as wall art. Materials needed: flowers, 3 to 4 heavy books such as old phone books, paper or parchment, tweezers. Step 1. Choose your flower. It is important to choose flowers that are still in their buds or a flower that has just opened. This yields a flower with the best possible color and one that is fresh. Be sure not to pick flowers that are damaged, wilted, or have insects in them. The best choices for flower pressing are flowers that are naturally flat, such as pansies and violets. Also, make sure your flowers are dry. Added moisture can lead to mold. Step 2. Select a book. Next, you will need to find a heavy book. Although you are picking a flower that is dry, it will still have some moisture in it. For this reason, it is important to find a book that you don't mind getting ruined. The dampness may cause the pages to wrinkle, and some of the flower's pigment might cause the pages in the book to turn colors. Step 3. Time to press. Fold either a piece of paper or parchment in half. This will become the cover for your flower while it is in the book. Open the book up and lay the open piece of the paper inside. Gently place the flower you have chosen down. At this point, decide on how you want your flower to be arranged. Keep in mind that you can press more than one flower at a time, and you can also arrange them to overlap. Once you have finished your arrangement, gently fold the paper over the flower and then close the book. Find other heavy books to place on top for added weight, then put them in a cool and dry location in your house. Step 4. Remove your flower. Every 3 or so days, change the paper. This will keep the flower free of mold and allow it to dry faster. After a few weeks, gently open the book up and carefully remove your pressed flowers with tweezers. You are now ready to use the flowers for any crafting project or create your own pressed flower book. All right, now we have our other page that looks like this, and we're actually going to cut in between our questions. Then we are just going to glue this little side here. And then go ahead and glue it down. All right, so our first question is, what type of informational text is this, and explain how you know. So when we turn back on this page, our choices were historical, scientific, or technical text. So we kind of have to think about the fact that How to Press Flowers is giving us instructions. It's telling us the materials that we need, and then it's giving us step-in-step instructions explaining to us and teaching us how to do something. For that reason, we're going to say that the informational text is a technical text. Now, it didn't just say what kind of text is it. It wanted us to explain how we know. So technical text, and I know this because the text is teaching me how to press flowers. Okay? Now, our next question is briefly explain the procedure of how to press flowers. So maybe even without even looking, explain to me how I would make a flower, press a flower if I had not looked at the text. And then look back at the text and look at the different steps and see if you have hit one or two of those, or a few of those pieces. Now you should be writing at least 2 sentences here to explain how to press a flower. What are some important things to consider when choosing a flower to press? What are the reasons you should use a book that you don't mind getting ruined? And explain what you think happens if you wait less than a few weeks to remove your flowers. Use the text to help you infer these ideas. All right, so we're going to go ahead and answer these questions on our own. Now, beware on this last one. It says that you are going to make basically an inference saying what you think will happen if you take the flower out early, but then you also have to use details of the text that help you come to that decision. All right? Have a good one, guys.